Hi there, and welcome to Jay's Toy Collection UK, live from the toy room, sort of, but not really. So, I am trying an experiment today. So, I am in the toy room. It is Tuesday, the 17th of January 2023. The missus has gone out with her sister for the evening, so I thought, let's try and do a video. So, I've come up with this setup where I'm going to pre record a live because there's been loads of toy breaking news today and over the last couple of days. So, I thought, can I get a video out about it? So we're going to try and share the screen and go through all the toy news. If it works, please let me know in the comments below. And if you do like it, well, I'll try some more episodes. So here we go then. I'm going to try and press a button which should share my screen. And we're going to go into the first toy news story, which is WWE related. So let's press a button and let's see what happens. Can I make the magic happen in 3, 2, 1? Potentially, you can see some wrestling figures on the screen. Let's hope that actually works. So we can try my little face over it, or this button, potentially this button. Let's try this one. Now this one, you should see me on the side. I should be somewhere in sort of this direction. Where do you put your hands? This way, that way. You see some wrestling figures over there, hopefully, and me over here. So please do let me know in the comments if it works, and we'll see what we can do. So you should be seeing on the screen now the WWE Elite Raw 30th anniversary box set from Mattel. So this box set, I believe, is a Walmart exclusive in the US, but over here, a few of the UK retailers are doing this one. So I'm on the Whole Shebang's website at the moment. Also, I think Rock and Roll Collectibles are going to be doing this one. So Whole Shebang have got it up for stock at the end of January with a price of £89.99, so £90, which isn't bad for a 3-pack because you get 3 elite figures in this, and the main bit that I'm quite excited about is the Raw logo accessory in the back. So in the back of this box are 3 quite giant, I hear from the reviews I've started to see, because this has hit the shores over in the US, 3 giant Raw letters which represent the sort of Raw stage from sort of 1996, 1997. So this kind of takes on from the Mattel New Generations Arena that came out earlier this year. No, last year, I suppose, now, because we are in 2023, absolutely flying by. So this takes over because New Generation Arena was sort of 1992, 1995, and then we sort of transitioned into these giant Raw logos. So this hopefully will be a really good set. So if you've got the Mattel Creations Arena, this will go with it. Or there's also the Raw Arena coming up from Mattel Creations as well, which is up for pre-order on there, that would go with this as well. We get Undertaker in a soft goods coat, and he's got his dynamic sort of these sort of posing hands. So I'm looking forward to this one. So I haven't put pre-order in yet, but as it says, stock's due at the end of the month. Hopefully I can just get it straight into stock and get these in the collection. So that is that one. Now on to the next one. Now I've got an idea here that I'm going to cut and paste some links into the tab that I'm sharing, and let's see if that works. So let me just find a link while you still look at that. And we'll go to the news from Mattel again. We will stick with Mattel if this works. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to paste something. And let's see if it works. It's thinking about it. It's loading it. And I believe there it is. So this is Frog Mania Running Wild. Literally, the Mattel Masters of the Universe Origins He-Man Frogmonger. So this went up at 5 p.m. today in the UK. And it sold out at least within the first hour. I was watching the Geek Dad live stream with over 400 other people, and everyone was trying to get their pre-order in. I did luckily get mine in, so I do have one of these secured, which I am very happy about. But it was a bit of a pain. The FOMO was real on this one. So a few days ago, when Mattel announced that Frogmonger was coming for the Masters of the Universe line, I set my Alexa to do a reminder at 5 to 5 on Tuesday to remind me to log in, because these things can sell out in minutes or definitely within 30 minutes to an hour. So I didn't want to miss out on this one. So what this is, for those that don't know, is part of the Origins line, so the 5.5-inch scale figures, and it's based on a character from the original line in a way. So if you had the original 1980 2, I'm going to say, I think it was, Castle Grayskull playset. There was a sticker in it for the dungeon. And in the dungeon, you could see a little arm, a little bit of a head of a frog. So they've made a figure of him, and I couldn't be happier. This thing looks great. Let's see if I can get some of the other images up. Unfortunately, though, it has sold out. So those that did want it, I hope jumped on at the time. Otherwise, you would have missed out on this one. So there he is here with a skeletal and some sort of tentacle, some sort of shaft, I suppose we could call that. Capturing skeletal there. Can we get the package image up? Yeah, there he is in his packaging. What they call him, Frogmonger, the dungeon dweller of Castle Grayskull. So looking forward to getting this one in hand. It was a pre-order though, so it said it should be shipping at the end of March. But if you missed out on this one, well, they may put some back up. They have done that in the past with some of the exclusive for later pre-order, but wouldn't hold too much hope. So hopefully for those that wanted it, did get it. I did try and share it in my stories and things. So everybody that did want it could get one at the time. So that is the Master of the Universe, Frogmonger. So he's quite a nice one. So what else do we have today? Lots of news from our friends at Hasbro. So let me find Hasbro Pulse and let's get that one loaded up. So let's go to Hasbro Pulse over here. Stick that in there. And we should be seeing Hasbro Pulse any minute now when it decides to load it. What a quick internet connection we do have here. Hasbro Pulse, are you going to load for me? Come on, internet, don't embarrass me now. Here we go. There's so many people on apparently pre-ordering their Power Rangers. Let's have a look at what we've got then from Hasbro Pulse. So I've gone in the new section. There's some form of Transformers Studio Series bird thing. I have literally no idea what that is. Transformers isn't my thing. I do have some of the Super 7 cartoon figures, but couldn't tell you more than that. So what do we have then? We have something I do know. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 30th anniversary this year in 2023, 1993 to 2023. So I am looking forward to getting some Power Rangers this year, but I have sold all my Lightning collection figures. I sold them off a couple of years ago now when Super 7 announced that they would be doing the Power Rangers figures. And when I saw some of the villains in that line, I thought they just looked so good. So I went in for the Super 7s and sold all the Lightning collections. Now, the Super 7 first wave, the MCU Collector 24 has got them over for review. They are looking pretty good. The unmasked head sculpts, well, they're probably looking a little bit dodgy, but he did mention they're kind of more based on like what they would look like if they were 1993 figures. So if that's the case, then they look okay, but not 100% sure on that. But the actual Super 7 Power Rangers, I think, do look quite good in hand. They haven't got any loose joints by the looks of it, and some of the Dino Megazord thing, it's going to look great. So happy with that. But let's see what Hasbro has to offer then. So they're giving you some Power Rangers again. So I've sold these a few years ago, and well, I could get them back again if I wanted to, by the looks of it. So we've got these new deluxe editions, I suppose remastered editions, they're calling them, for the 30th anniversary. And we've got the Yellow Ranger and we've got the Blue Ranger. So let's click on the Blue Ranger, see what they're offering us. They are at £33.99, so £34. The original Lightning collection, of course, was at £19.99 when I originally bought them. But you are getting a few more accessories. You've got the accessory spread picture. There we go. There's that one there. But I was going to say, does he get his glasses? He does. They've included his glasses, which is good. They don't look translucent, though, but maybe that's just my eyes looking at the screen. So this time, I believe the big difference here is I briefly watched some of the live stream earlier. I was just finishing work at the time. They are pinless, I believe. So they're using the new pinless body molds on these ones that do look good. So I can't really argue with how that looks. So they are good figures, matching with all the other Hasbro sort of figures. So it depends what you're sort of collecting, really. A Super 70 is 7-inch scale. These are going to be the 6-inch scale. But I'm sure if you like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and you like Lightning Collection, you've already got these figures. So how popular they're going to be at £34 a pop? How much is that going to be for the whole team? That's a lot of maths. 34 times 6. You're talking around the £200 price point, aren't we? For probably over the £200 price point for all 6 ranges that they do, all 6 colours, which I'm sure they will do. You do get the morphers though this time, if we can zoom in on there. So again, I know the Super 7 version comes with the morpher, so I'm okay. I'll stop waffling on about Super 7 if we are looking at Hasbro. But you get these blue sort of effects, so that's something new. Your hands and your blasters and things, I think you got with the original version. Same with the staff. I'm not quite sure if that's a new head sculpt or not, but it does look a good figure. But is £34 going to tempt you? Now, I could ask the live chat, but of course, this is not really live, so we'll find out. So let me know in the comments below. Are you interested in these Power Ranger figures? So let's go back and let's have a look at the Yellow Ranger. If Hasbro Pulse wants to load for me again, come on, Hasbro Pulse. Here we go then, into the Yellow Ranger. What do we have here? Again, we've got this sort of yellow effects, same as the blue effects on the bottom. And there's your overall layout then. So you've got all your different accessories as before. Oh, that head sculpt looks a bit big, doesn't it? Back to Super 7. Well, theirs don't look great, but that doesn't look too good to me either there. That does look absolutely massive, the head there. So if that is the actual size on the final figure, I think they put that a little bit out of scale. So, but again, usually, I suppose most people do their Power Rangers with the helmets on anyway. So back we go. What else have we got from Power Rangers today then? Did see there was a new Zord Ascension project. Not sure if it was new. The Astro Megazord, was it? They were actually showing the figures. I think they have announced that before. So we've got the Tenga Warriors pack there. They have released those before. Again, this is just a different paint deco on these. £48 though for the 2-pack. Now these were at the Star Action Figures sale just a few weeks ago at Christmas for £10 a pop, I think. So you could get 2 for 20, and now you're at 2 for 50. So different colorway, but I can honestly see these peg warming and going down to £10 a pop again. They do. They were great looking figures. I never opened mine originally because it was the last figure I actually got for the Lightning collection before I sold it all, so never actually opened it. But they were good looking figures in hand. So on stuff I don't know. So Lost Galaxy, haven't got a clue. I stopped watching Power Rangers after Mighty Morphins. I couldn't tell you a thing. The Dino Black Ranger there, which is of course the late Jason David Frank there as Dr. Tommy Oliver. I did pick up on the stream there, so I'm assuming that's going to be a popular figure. That much of a popular figure. Look at that, sold out. Didn't even notice. So of course that would sell out. That doesn't surprise me at all that his figure would sell out there. We've also got the Dino Blue, and we've got the Mesgog, the villain from Dino Thunder. I've learned from the community. Still haven't got a clue on that one. And Indiana Jones. Oh, that said sold out the other day, so that is now back in stock. Is the Club Obi-Wan Indiana Jones is back in stock. So anybody that hasn't pre-ordered that one, you can. As I was saying yesterday's video, if you haven't checked that one out, I'm going to do a Ghostbusters Indiana Jones display directly behind the Star Wars section. So check that out coming soon. Now, we did have a Marvel Legends 2-pack reveal today, but it's not under the news section. So let's go back to the home page here of Pulse. Let's see if Franklin and Valeria Richards appear anywhere on this website, which they do not seem to do. I believe the pre-order doesn't actually go up probably till tomorrow, though, which is probably why they're not on here. But Franklin and Valeria Richards were announced for the Marvel Legends line in their sort of modern outfits, though. So again, I think honestly that's one I can see peg warming as well. You do have the new Amazing Fantasy body on the male figure, but the female, of course, is not pinless, and I think that's not probably going to go down too well. So that's it for Hasbro. So let's go to our next section. We're going to go to Big Bad Toy Store. A Big Bad Toy Store is a website that whenever I use it, the bank seems to block my card. So I've got to ring them up and tell them that I've been making purchases from a store called Big Bad Toy Store. No, they don't sell dildos, they sell toys, but I'm not sure if my bank knows that at all. So there's the Hasbro cover page, but we're not going for Hasbro. We will stop briefly by NECA, though, because they have announced the Carfax Abbey version of Dracula. So this is a black and white version. This is the version of Dracula I wanted, because I've recently actually started watching the Universal Monster films, but I want this version in colour. So I hope they do it in colour, but I have seen they've said it's got interchangeable heads on this one, where you can put, if you have the coloured one separately, you can put the coloured bits on, but I didn't really want to have to buy both. So this is from later in the film, in the sort of Carfax Abbey scenes. You can see him outside in the street with his top hat on, but it's a top hat that's getting me on this one. So hopefully there'll be a colour version. Let's have a look at the poster. But NECA Dracula has gone up for pre-order today. I know Universal Monsters of Dracula and the Invisible Man are hitting the UK shores literally today or tomorrow, and so are the NECA Dungeons and Dragons figures as well. So back to Big Bad Toy Store homepage. There is a gargoyle that's just gone up. So it's part of Xanatos' Steel Clan. It's just one of the generic Steel Clan soldiers. So I do need to, we'll add that one to cart, I think, in a minute, because I do need to pre-order that one. Because I do love me a bit of gargoyles. Talking of gargoyles, I do have Hudson arrived in the UK today from Big Bad Toy Store. My pre-order has come in. It has cleared UK customs, so we can't be bad clearing UK customs. So hopefully tomorrow or the day after, I will own a Hudson figure. And also I ordered the Big Bad Toy Store exclusive Steel Brigade figure. So we will see. But I'm very excited to have my favourite gargoyle, which is Hudson. But here we have the Steel Clan member, $42. Anything is there is no UK licenses. Obviously, most people will know with this gargoyles line, so we do have to import from Big Bad Toy Store. So you can stick 20% on top of that. So you're talking $50, $20 postage plus another 20% on top of that. So it's probably about $75 to get this one over to the UK. Convert that down, you're probably talking about 66, 67 pounds. But I'll pay it for gargoyles because I just love the show that much. Now, talking of big purchases, this is the last bit of news I've got for today, but it is a big one. It is the Mythic Legions Necronominus wave, the Skellington wave. Now, I'm on Big Bad Toy Store, but this has gone up for pre-order in the UK on Emporium of Cool, which is the UK supplier of Mythic Legions, and they have a price of £599 as the all-in, which won't get you the accessory packs, but it will get you all 11 figures. So that has to be tempted. They do have payment plans where you can split it over 6 months, but I'm not fully sure yet. But there's some of these I really do want. So we'll start at the top with the Undead Builder Pack. I apparently do have some fancy music in the background, so there should be a little undertone of music with my lovely dulcet tones as well. So I'll find out when I watch this back if that's worked as well. So we have the Undead Army Builder. So this thing is translucent in places and has crazy faces as well. Where's the translucent part? So you get interchangeable arms and legs on this one. So where's the next picture? That should take us. There is the translucent. That'll zoom in for me. Not too much. Translucent blue head sculpt on that one. So he's one I do want, but I could probably live without. There's a few of these I can't live without. I've got to work out. It's going to be better for me to get the ones that are absolutely essential, or go all in and then try and sell the ones I don't want to get some of the money back, because these things go for crazy money on the aftermarket, I've learned. So I'm going to skip past all the weapons packs, the feats and hand pack, and go to Maxilius the Harvester, or basically the Grim Reaper in action figure form. I believe Trevor 16 Shooter, of course, with his Legions Lounge show, and also has appeared with me before on the Dan Who Legends and Liquor stream, took all these pictures. He is the official photographer of the Four Horsemen Studios, I think. So absolutely great shots, and Trevor's work just really makes you want to buy these figures even more. Look at this thing. This is just crazy. It's a soft goods robe that's on the figure. You can just have, I think I'd actually display them without all the skeleton bits. We'll have the hourglass and just the robe on there. And you've got a completely naked skeleton underneath. So do with that what you will. So that's Maxilius the Harvester. $50 in the UK. I think they are translating to £50. They are actually £50. But some of the other ones are a little more expensive. So here is Ujak. I'm not quite sure I pronounce it, but this thing is massive and has a massive force hammer. So this is one of those ogre scale deluxe figures. This thing's about 9 inches tall. So that is a definite must buy for me. And here is Necronominus, what a great name, himself, the leader of his own faction, the final of the Four Horsemen of Apocalypse that are part of the Mythic Legions. If you go on the Four Horsemen website, you can read all the story that goes with it and all the character bios. That'll just make you want to buy these things more, though. So if you're trying to save money, don't go and read that. So he is absolutely crazy. He's got all these different bone attachments on the back there. Again, he's got his scythe and his crown. So I'm going to definitely need this one. I've got all the other three of the horsemen, or one still on pre-order from the Poxets wave, but I'm going to have him. Then Conomus is a skeleton horse. So who doesn't want a skeleton horse? This thing is going to sound like hotcakes. This again translates to £80 over on the UK pre-order. But if you do the all-in for the 600, it's a lot cheaper per figure as well. So I'm still tempted, but it is quite a big investment. So a skeleton horse, you can't go wrong with a skeleton horse. There is 11 figures to say in this. This is one I definitely want. Sir Gideon Heavensbrand himself. Look at the gold on this little fucker. Absolutely great. The shine, the helmet, interchangeable face plates. I think they're interchangeable heads actually on this one. Some have interchangeable face plates in this wave. Gold armor. Absolutely love it. So I need a knight to fight the skeletons. So I'm going to need him. I'm also going to need Sir Elijah because I don't have a Templar Knight in the collection. I have the black and white Templar, not the white and red version. So again, interchangeable heads on this one. Again, £50 in the UK for that. Here's one that I know a lot of people like, the Terpiculi. This one I can probably pass on, but we've got a sort of devil-like, I don't know, it's a devil-like zombified sort of skeleton. I don't know how to describe it. Really long limbs on this one. Crazy looking figure. Big old tail as well. So can't go wrong if you want to army build those things. Another one I could probably pass on is Aldrich. Another very colourful knight here. But if I had to pass, I think he would be one to pass. I do like it with the helmet on though, so that's tempting. I do like the sort of plume in his helmet. Now here is my favourite of the wave next. This is my absolute favourite of the wave, the final one here of the wave, which is Velulith. I think you pronounce it like that. She's in charge of all the animals. Look at this. We've got a vulture, a skeleton vulture. We've got a bird cage, and we've got a sort of three-headed dog thing. Wow, what a figure. He's got interchangeable head as well. Just absolutely crazy. I think if you're soft goods as well, anyone you pick up in this wave has got to be her. So she's definitely getting picked up. So that is available here in the UK now. So get your orders in while you can. So I think that's all the sort of toy news we've had. Let me try and press a button and go back to my lovely mug on the screen. There we are. We've been in the toy room live, but kind of not live. So hopefully it's worked. Hopefully you do enjoy this sort of content. We will see. Hopefully you could actually see the screen share. I'll find out when I watch it back, and I've uploaded it to YouTube later. And if we do like it, I say I'll try and do some more of these. So I've been Jay. This is Jay's Toy Collection UK, live from the toy room, but not really. Please like and subscribe. Any comments about any of these pre-orders and these figures, please let me know what you're getting down below. And I will see you next time. End recording. Hopefully, at some point, it will end the recording. Maybe.